Tay Jones channel, where Bomac was saying that this Errol Spence fight gonna be easier than what people think it's gonna be. I mean, have we seen that in boxing before? Absolutely. Where you think it's about to be a daunting test and somebody passed with flying colors. I mean, Corrales and Mayweather was one of those. And for whatever reason in my mind, I figured that Corrales was trying to move up to 35, and then, you know, Floyd convinced him to stay and not move up to accommodate him. I could be wrong. I don't know why that stuck in my mind when I bring that up. I mean, shit, it's a number of fights throughout history where we thought, you know, it was going. Usually those type of fights are passing of the torch fights, right? Bradley, Devin Alexander might be one of the upper echelon fights, even though it failed to live up to expectations because of Bradley's headbutting and Devin Alexander being a southpaw. But Tim Bradley won fairly easy. That was the last major American fight that was on regular HBO that HBO started put a lot of money into. After that fight kind of flopped, it was at the Silver Dome out here in Pontiac, Michigan, which is no longer open. They really start kind of going on a European invasion after that. But it was just styles. They styles clash, but it was the pinnacle of a great division. I mean, I always speak about that division. I mean, you had guys like Juan Urango, Lucas Matias. You had Kotelnik, which Kotelnik used to get, you know, F with no Vaseline. Marcos Madonna, Victor Ortiz, Azab Judah, Amir Khan, Lamont Peterson, Kendall Holt, Timothy Bradley, Devin Alexander. I mean, you had a who's list of really a lot of great fights. I think Vivian Harris might have been somewhere in there. Junior Witter. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody of importance. Eric Morales, Danny Garcia, all in the division at the same time. And a lot of those guys fought each other too. Amir fought Zab. Amir fought Madonna. Amir fought Peterson. Peterson fought Bradley. Bradley fought Alexander. Alexander fought Matias. Matias fought Danny. I mean, sheesh Louise, man, that was a time to be a fucking live in boxing. Real talk. It was, man, dude, it wasn't none of this back. Them motherfuckers thumped. That's why I respect Bradley so much, because he reigned supreme over that division and nobody seen that coming. But it's been, man, it's rare that you see, and even he beating Devin Alexander wasn't easy, but it was spacey. I mean, I feel like Floyd Mayweather didn't easily beat Pacquiao, like, with no sweat. Like, yo, Pacquiao almost knocked that hoe into the third row with that straight left hand. And Daddy said, you scared? You scared? So it ain't really never easy. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, kind of those fights where you think, like, I mean, shit, Deontay Wilder, Bermane Stiverne was one of them. Wilder actually outboxed the fuck out of Bermane Stiverne. That was his really pass. That was more of a passing of it. That was kind of, you know, passing the validity test to validate him as a fighter. So, but, you know, Bomac basically was like, yo, this shit gonna be easy. Go take out he says, man, this shit gonna be easy, man. This shit ain't gonna be tough. And that's not how they train it. I'm pretty much and I don't think he was trying to say it for promotion either. But when you look at, I think, you know, the Tim Duncan comparison, you look at Errol Spence, you see things, you be like, well, you look on the outside, on the inside, you know, outside the inside, you're like, oh, it ain't that tough. But I think he tough. I don't think it's gonna be easy. I don't think he's somebody that's gonna lay down. You gotta put him down. You know, he's somebody that's not gonna go without a fight. And like I said, everybody bring up the excuse of, oh man, he only got one, you know, he can't, you know, he don't have as many skills. Sometimes, nigga, all you need is one tool, I tell you. You know, sometimes to nail up a board, all you need is the goddamn hammer, as long as you got the nail. So all this, he got to make adjustments and he can't do this, he can't do that. Sometimes you need one tool to get the job done. You know, and do I think it's going to be easy? No. His range, and people say, well, Terence Crawford arms is longer. That ain't what I'm saying. The way he controls his distance is gonna cause Crawford a lot of problems early on. I'm trying to tell y'all, he's gonna cause problems. And Bomac said, "What's 100 ways to take away a jab?" You know, but the way you know, Terence Crawford, I think, is really gonna have to get his head off that line. If he can't even get the head off the line with the feet and the leg, Sean Porter was able to do that. He couldn't really hit Sean Porter. Sean was coming over to tap his jab. Sean was low. You know, Sean was moving. And Sean was getting off that line. The only problem with Sean Porter and Errol Spence where he falls short at is that it ain't that Sean ain't got no punching power. It's that Sean don't plan his shot, don't plan his feet and throw. And when Sean do throw his shots, his feet and his hands don't match. If that make any sense, when Sean punching, he not planting because Sean's advantage is lateral movement. So when he punching, he already thinking about getting out of there. And then when he do plant his feet and punch, he reckless. He open. That's why Terence Crawford fought him the way he did. Because when he punching, you know, his head is down here, but he throw one punch and he already throwing the other hand. He throw a left hand, he always throwing the right hand. His head like this. You know what I'm saying? It's just like his program. Like he gonna lunge in and do that, and then you know he naturally gonna get low. So what did Terence Crawford do? Crawford kept his hands up, kept his chin tucked. He went under him. He knew, guess what? I can't hit his head. Let me go under him, and let me create space. And with Errol Spence, not to kind of make the comparison like it matter, Errol Spence was too high. That's why I was telling y'all when Errol Spence was on the inside with Sean, he up like this. Guess what? You know, if you up like this, you upright like this versus Sean, of course you're gonna have problems hitting Sean. Cause Sean is gonna move, and the one thing about Sean, he gonna get down and he gonna move like this. This is why he was missing Sean and getting turned on the ropes. The difference between him and Terence Crawford was Crawford made himself a smaller target. So Crawford, you know, and then Crawford, instead of head-hutting, Crawford went boom, boom, he went up under him. That's how he created his space. So Sean with Errol, Sean kind of already knew, oh, Errol can hit me with his jab. So if he can't hit me with my jab, he ain't got nothing else. So that's why he was moving in like that. You know, because he knew he took away Errol's jab with the feints and the head movement and coming over the top. And with Terence, he just, you know, Terence made, you know, got down there. He went up under Sean Porter. So then when he started to have success to the body, you know what I'm saying? Then guess what? He started going to the solar plex. You know, so then he just started picking it up. So those just kind of adjustments that people see that Crawford make that Errol seemed not to make. And then apparently people were saying that Derrick James said in one fight that, oh, we don't make adjustments, we just step it up, we just step it up, we just step it up. You know, and, you know, in my opinion, that range is gonna give him some, that length Errol Spence guy is gonna cause some problems. But where Errol Spence might fall short a little bit is that he don't have the best looping shots. He don't have the best hook. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though he dropped Sean with a right hook, that was kind of like when you mash your buttons playing Capcom versus Marvel, Street Fighter versus X-Men. That wasn't skill. He had been missing. He was off that fight for some reason. I don't know if he wasn't feeling well. That's before the Clarkson. He was off a little bit that fight, so I'll give him that. I'll give him that excuse. He was just off a little bit. That he was just missing Sean, and I don't think it was more about Sean. It was more about something went right in that fight with him. He looked a little drowsy. He looked a little bit. He looked a little like drowsy in that fight. Now I brought that up after that post fight. You can find that video. I brought that up. I gave him a pass. He looked a little drowsy. He looked like a damn mummy. But is it gonna be easy? Even if the fight he go out there and punch him with one punch and knock him out, either way, all the miles that you ran, all the sweat that you ran off, all the pull-ups, crunches, that shit ain't never easy to get in there and train, bro. For people who work out or who train for something, Even if you go to school and you study something, that shit ain't easy. All the time you put in your craft, it ain't easy. But I do think they got a plan, obviously. And I think they plan. My opinion, my plan will be move. My plan, and that's tough. And that don't necessarily move back and move laterally. See, when you got a guy like Errol Spence, yeah, you can move, but if he conserving energy and he just picking you apart, and your legs start to go from all that moving, and that them championship rounds, that 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th round, you're gonna be in survival mode like Plant was. So the lateral movement that he can use, he should use it, but also I think you gotta walk him down a bit. You always gotta keep them guys like Errol Spence honest, right? And that's not just with your power neither. Like, you gotta keep them off balance. You gotta walk them down. You gotta show them angles, you know. But to me, his range is hold on. It's raining this shit. Somebody got their windows down. Not my problem. But, you know, if they make it look easy, they make it look easy. I don't think it's gonna be easy. I think Spence, you know, I think Spence range is gonna be a problem. His reach is gonna be a problem. He said, well, Crawford reach this is, but you know, I just think his range is gonna be a problem. And once he figure out how he gonna attack that range, as long as Errol Spence don't throw that left hand where he's squaring up as much, he gonna be all right. But I could see Terence Crawford. I can see Terence Crawford just getting off that line, making Errol Spence pick up his feet a little bit, and attacking on the move. I think his best bet is the move. But I don't think he can give up the ground that he gave up for that reverse Avenesian. You can't get that ground up like that. You can't get that ground up like that. So, but I just think he was getting rounds in versus Avenesian, and Avenesian walked into some shit. But it's gonna be a good fight. I don't think it's gonna be easy. You know, if I had to say, if Errol Spence didn't look as good as he did versus the Ordenis Ugas fight, I would guarantee he probably gonna get outclassed or even knocked out. But that Ugas fight, he brought in Declan Welsh. He looked physically alive. His legs look good. His snapping, his punches look good. I think Terence Crawford in for a tough and long night, but I don't think it's gonna be easy. I don't think it's gonna be easy at all. And Terence Crawford gonna earn this one. Terence Crawford gonna earn this one. And that's what all undisputed fights is about. If he win this fight, he gonna earn it. He gonna earn it. He ain't gonna be walking through this dude. Now, if he was a dude that was in the street life versus Sean Porter, the way he looked versus Sean, or the way he looked versus Danny and those guys, I'd be like, eh. But he made some mistakes versus Ugas that he can't make in this fight. He can't be in there throwing reckless shots. And I think he didn't respect Ordenis Ugas. That's my humble opinion. I don't think he respected Ordenis Ugas. So, that's just my opinion. I don't think he respected Ordenis Ugas. So, but I think it's going to be a hell of a fight. But I don't think it's going to be easy. You know, people say, oh, you don't like Errol. But when I compliment Errol, I don't hear nobody say nothing. But check out the Welterweight Boxing Talk playlist. Check out the Boxing playlist. Thumbs up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit on notification. Increase your chance of notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially, you want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.